Fucking colour, man, a case to it. Her hair straight and thick, but mine's got waves in it.
Welcome back. Like I said in my previous video, I'm going to be introducing you to the products that you actually need to get flawless 360 waves. I told you it's just one that is really emphasis on that really, that is really essential. But you need your connections to be flawless. You need to look fly. You need your hair to look shiny. You need it to look moisturized. You need it to look peng, like really. So you need these other products to get you 360 waves that you need and to make your process faster. So that's why I'm going to first introduce you to the most essential product to get 360 waves. Like every waver has this product. Like you can also get this product. Like it's really easy to get. Tada! It's a brush. All you need to get 360 waves is a brush. Other products are just subsidiaries to a brush because you can't get 360 waves without having a brush, but you can get 360 waves without getting the other products. That's why I have like a bunch of brushes. See, I have a lot. I have more than this though, but for the sake of this video, this is all I can hold to show you guys. I have a lot of brushes because basically what you need brushes for is just to brush your hair and lay your hair down. That's all. But along the line, as you wave on, if you get a brush in 2 weeks, it's going to feel soft, so you need to get a new brush. That's why a brush is really essential. The second most important thing you need is a POMADE. The gel pomade. See, what this actually does is that it holds your hair down. That's why it's different from a regular hair cream. It actually holds your hair down. So if your hair is really full, when you rub in the pomade and you brush your hair down, it actually holds and stays in that form. But it actually wears off if you don't actually keep brushing the hair or you don't wear a durag. That's why it's going to take us to the third most essential thing you need to get. Gel. You need gel. What you need gel for is just so your hair can look on point every time. If you need to go out and you've already applied your pomade, you've already brushed your hair, you already look fly, you've already got to what you actually need. But while you're out, you can't keep brushing your hair. And where you are at, you can't tie a durag, so it keeps your hair in form. So you need gel in order to hold your hair down for longer. After you've applied your pomade, you brushed your hair, you just need to rub a little bit of gel in your hair and just apply it basically on the top and just rub it in. And it stays like that for a long time. Then, why I don't actually say this product is actually number 1 or number 2 or number 3 or first most essential product is actually because I don't know where it actually falls. I don't actually know why it's so important, but it's just so essential. This was the reason why I was wasting a lot of time waving, because I didn't actually get the fact that I ought to get this product. I just kept on waving and it just felt unnecessary, and a guy doesn't need it. It's meant for girls.
Oh God, I'm a fool. I'm a very big.
What is going to be a conditioner and a shampoo. These two products are really essential. I would recommend these two products because they are different from other conditioners and shampoos. These ones actually boost your curls and it gets your hair to lay down in a certain kind of, I don't even understand what it does, but it's just so magical. It gets you waves like really fast. And like I said in my previous video, I was waving for 7 months and I was just doing nonsense. But when I got these products, like in 2 months, I saw considerable progress. Like I was close to my destination. Even though I had like really cool waves, this product actually got me to that point. Just these two products, and I didn't get that from the beginning, but later on I got to figure that out. You need combs. What you need combs for is not actually when you just start waving. It's actually where you've gotten to a certain point in your waves and you just need to better your connections. When you wave to a certain extent, because of you were missing some brush patterns and brushing this way when you started, but later maybe you're just watching a movie when you're brushing, so you're brushing in this direction. What's going to happen to your hair is that your connections are going to be wrong. you can just see a wave coming in this direction, then it gets lost and it starts joining in this direction. They don't actually connect. Then you need comb to comb your hair out. Then you start brushing again in the direction you want your waves to be in. That's the only way you can get flawless 360 waves. Another essential product you need are your Durags. I got one on right now, but this doesn't actually lay your hair down. This is a velvet Durag, as you can see. It doesn't lay your hair down. All what this Durag was made for is fashion. So basically what I just wear it for is if I'm going out, it looks really cool on the hair. A lot of people just want to touch it because of it has a really comfy texture. But what texture actually lays your hair down is the silk Durag. I have two right here, silk Durag. This is actually my OG Durag. I call this my OG Durag because this was the first Durag I first got. This Durag actually got me 360 waves. 360, like I can't remember. I think there's a story behind how I got this Durag from my roommate. So it's really good. Like if you get a silk Durag once, I think you're good for life. But the only problem is that it doesn't really look cool. Yeah, that's the only problem with it. It doesn't really look cool. If it's wearing on your head, it's just a Durag. You just look at it that, okay, that guy's wearing a Durag. But when you put on a velvet Durag, they look at you and be like, that's a nice Durag. That guy looks cool in that. What I usually do is I wear my silk Durag underneath it, so my hair is laying down. Then I put on my velvet Durag so I can still look fashionable. Another product you're gonna need is hand mirror. This is actually basically really essential if you want your 360 waves to connect. In the sense that basically you can't always be moving around with a big mirror, so you need hand mirror. So you can just stand in one direction and you can just be brushing your hair and just be looking at yourself and just getting your connections right. And when you want to brush the back of your hair and get the sides to connect really well, you need to go to your mirror and have a mirror behind you, then place this in front of you, then use this mirror in front of you to be a reflector to the one behind you, so you can actually see the back of your head while you brush. Another essential product you're going to be needing is a leave-in conditioner. I think this leave-in conditioner I'm about to show you is actually the best I've come across because it's black in the sense that it keeps your hair black while you're waving, so your hair actually looks really dark and shiny, and it actually conditions your hair while it's in there. So it's not like the conditioner you get to wash off, you leave it in your hair. You can leave it in your hair throughout the day. Probably there's a day you don't just actually want to apply pomade to your hair, you just want to apply a leave-in conditioner. So you just rub it in your hair and you just keep brushing. It stays in your hair and it conditions your hair while it's there, so it's really good. Another product you're going to be needing is a plastic brush. I didn't mention this with the other brushes because it doesn't actually brush your hair like other brushes do. Why you need a plastic brush is when you are actually applying shampoo, you're applying conditioner in your hair. You still want to brush your hair while you're doing that, so your hair actually lays down. You don't want to use these other brushes because they're actually made of wood, and when you're mixing wood with water, that's just going to be messy. Now I'm going to be telling you about the do's and don'ts while you're waving. There are actually things you need to do and things that you actually don't need to do. They are really unnecessary or actually deter your progress. Number one, I'm going to be talking to you on how the shampoo works. If you want to use a shampoo, you need to wash your hair regularly. At the same time, you don't need to wash your hair every day, because while you're washing your hair every day, your hair is actually losing natural oils. So if you're losing natural oils, your hair doesn't get to be shiny. That's why I'm going to be talking about another don't while you're waving. You need to stop using your bathing soap to wash your hair. Like really, you need to stop that. Let me break it down in layman's language. Imagine using a shampoo that was actually made to wash your hair and it's still making you lose natural oils. Now imagine using a bathing soap that was made to wash skin, to wash your hair. It's the same thing as using a detergent to bath. Like, who would want to do that? It gives your hair a wrong texture, and like that, your hair doesn't actually get to wave the way you want it to wave. That's why you need a shampoo. Now I'm going to be telling you another do you need while you're waving to get 360 waves. You need to understand that your brush is your best friend. Like really, while you're waving, this is still a new brush, so it's looking really fine. See, you can't compare this brush to this brush. This already has a couple of injuries by the side, and this still looks fresh. So you need to understand that while you're waving, in 2 weeks, your brush should be looking ugly. You should be looking like you need to throw this away and get a new one. Because you're actually waving and you're going to be brushing like every time. Like you're just sitting watching a movie, you have to brush. Probably you're just working on an assignment and you're just thinking, okay, what am I going to do next? You actually just need to hold your brush and just be doing like this. You're doing like this. So when you get what you're thinking about, then you start writing back. You actually need to understand that every free time you have should be invested in your waves in order for you to get it as soon as possible. That should be all for now. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like it, and tell a friend that you know wants to wave to come and check out the things I'm actually saying. A lot of you guys will actually want to see my 360 waves and just be like, okay, this guy has been talking to us since. Let's see what he actually has. Like, you can't actually give what you don't have now. Like, you can actually see my waves and be like, okay, I want my waves to be like that. But presently, I really have no wave on my hair. Funny, right? This guy's been teaching us what to do with his money. He doesn't have anything. But that's not the case. Like, as you can see in these pictures and videos I'm going to be showing, I've actually had 360 waves before. But because I want to stay true to this YouTube channel and I want you guys to actually follow my process, the past 2 months now, I've not had an haircut, and at the same time, I've not used a brush. I've gotten this brush like exactly like 2 months ago, and it's still looking this fresh. That's because I've not used it at all. I actually want you guys to actually see me move from 0 to 360 real quick.